Welcome to a few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos, we have the privilege of reading Parshas Sisa. The Parsha begins with Hashem speaking to Moshe and saying, Sisa es rosh b'nei Yisrael lifkudehem. When you are Sisa, when you literally lift up, but as Rashi says, it means when you receive. Sisa es rosh b'nei Yisrael lifkudehem. When you count the heads of the Jewish people according to their number, v'nosnu ish kofer nafsho la'Hashem b'vkodosam. Each person should give an atonement value when they are counted, v'lo yiyeh v'hem negef b'vkodosam. And therefore, when they give the machzis hashekel, the half shekel, which is the way the Jewish people were counted, then there won't be a plague amongst the Jewish people when they are counted. That word kisisa, when you literally lift up, but as Rashi says, it means a lashon Kabbalah of accept, as the Targum says, as the Targum uses the terminology, arei sekabel yas chushban, when you take the count of the Jewish people. Rav Moshe Feinstein, Zechet Tzaddik Levracha, in the Darash Moshe asks a very simple question. If Hashem wanted Moshe to count the Jewish people, why did he use a terminology such as kisisa, when you lift up? Why didn't he say a more direct language? Something else that would be much clearer and wouldn't need an explanation of Rashi. It wouldn't need a translation by the Targum to explain what it really meant. Why couldn't it just said kisimane? Why couldn't it said openly to kabelis, cheshbon? Why did it use the kisif code when you count? Why did it use kisisa? So Moshe answers and he says, sometimes you'll ask a person, why don't you join us and learn some more? Why don't you join us and come to davening? So the person could answer and say, I'm not a big learner. I'm not a big davener. Learning is for the intelligent people. I'm not so intelligent. Davening is for the spiritual people. I'm not so spiritual. I'm not that level. So a person will use this humility to negate his learning and practice. And Rav Moshe said this is false humility, because it's only the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, which is spurring you to say that. But as soon as you realize that when it comes to the count of the Jewish people, each and every individual is the same as Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu is only one. So are you only one. Moshe is not counted as 2 or 3 or 10 or 100 or anything beyond one. If there are 9 men and there's a 10th missing, and in walks Moshe Rabbeinu, we have a minyan. If a 13-year-old bar mitzvah boy walks in, we have a minyan. If you or I walk in, we have a minyan, because we're all counted as one. And so Rav Moshe says, if we realize that we're no different than the Gadol Hador in terms of count and importance, therefore we too will go to learn. We too will go to minyan. We too will become part of the klal, because we identify that we are important and the same as the greatest leader of the Jewish people, no less. I have to tell you that this week, when the blizzard came on Tuesday, many people, of course, have a perfectly good reason for not going out of the house. It was slippery and dangerous. But I must share with you that in the Young Israel Bethel of Borough Park, those who come to the Daf Yomi came at 6 a.m. in the middle of the fiercest part of the blizzard to the Daf Yomi. When it came to the 7 o'clock minyan and the 8 o'clock minyan on that day, both minyanim had all the regulars coming to the minyan. Each and every one recognized that I count, I'm important, and I can be that one that helps learn, that can grow, that makes the minyan. Every day in the davening we say, Ala tzadikim, v'ala chasidim, on the righteous and on the pious, v'al ziknei amcha beis Yisrael, and all the elders of the Jewish people. We ask Hashem to show His mercy on the Jewish people. And at the end of the bracha we say, V'sim chelkeinu imahem, and put our share with their share. When the tzaddikim come, I want to be in their number. I want to be v'sim chelkeinu imahem, so that v'lo nevosh, we will never be embarrassed. And maybe that's the meaning in the pasuk when it says, Ki Sisa es rosh b'nei Yisrael. When you lift up the heads of each and every member of the Jewish people, tell each and every member of the Jewish people, lift up your head. You are important. You're crucial. You're valuable. You are equal to Moshe Rabbeinu in your count and number. You can be the one that makes the difference. V'simcha keinu imahem v'lo nevosh, will never be embarrassed, and therefore the pasuk says, v'lo yihi evahem negef b'fkodosam. There won't be any plague amongst the Jewish people when you count them as one saying, I'm better than the other, but that we're all absolutely crucial and valuable. Each and every Jew is of great value, and you and I can make the difference. We're that important. We can make the difference. Ish lo nedar, not one should be missing, so that each and every one of us forms that beautiful Klal Yisrael. V'simcha keinu mahem v'lo nevosh, ki v'cha b'tochnu, because we have faith in you, Hashem. And therefore, in Parshas Sisa, when we hear about this, we're uplifted. We feel so good in Hashem's eyes, because we know that each and every one of us is crucial, valuable, and important. What a wonderful way to start the Shabbos, thinking about the uplift and the value of each and every Jew. Have a wonderful Shabbos.